And the term Wall Street, its father was a slave owner by the name of Dr. August Schoenberg. That's interesting. Okay. The Dr. August Schoenberg, born in Germany, migrated to New York State. He was the leader of the New York State Democratic Party. I want black folk to hear me, okay? He was a vicious slave owner, okay, who never whipped his slaves. He burned his slaves at the stake. That's why it's called Belmont Stakes, because the slave owner was called August Belmont Schoenberg. Wait a minute now. August Belmont Schoenberg was the father of the New York State Democratic Party. And August Belmont Schoenberg created, okay, the Belmont Stakes. He never whipped his slaves. He burnt his slaves at the stake. That's why the horse race is called the Belmont Stakes, because he looked at black men, women, and children as cattle, as horses. Okay? The Belmont Stakes. August Belmont Schoenberg, Belmont Stakes. He was the father of Wall Street. So Wall Street was built upon the backs of slaves. Over 20,000 slaves are buried beneath the streets of Wall Street to this day. Over 20,000 slaves. That's why they were auctioned through a draft. NFL draft, NBA draft, NHL, Major League Baseball draft. The system doesn't care what color you are. You're still a slave. Not you and I. So that's why Wall Street is called Wall Street, because the thousands of slaves were lined up along the East River. And now Wall Street is the financial capital of the world. This is the assassination of history. The Anglo-Saxon diaspora. Let me get a drink of water. What I'm about ready to say is going to require me to get a drink of water. I want every black person to listen to me in America and around the world. White people had nothing to do with the global transatlantic slave trade. White people had nothing to do with the creation of the Ku Klux Klan. The Rothschild dynasty through the East Dutch India Company and the West Dutch Indian Company created the transatlantic slave trade. And when you look at, not all, but most of the structure of slave ships on Google Images or on a schematical map, most of them, not all, but most of them are shaped like the bottom of a tennis shoe. The athletic tennis shoe industrial complex is dominated by black men and women. NBA, okay? The National Basketball Association, the WNBA, filled with lesbians, okay? That's another topic for another day. Black folk, black men, black women that dominate basketball, the NBA. And as a side note, Nike has made billions off of the ignorance of a people who don't know who they are. Not every black person. 75% of Nike's global sales, alone through tennis shoes, comes from black folk. Spending money we don't have, trying to impress people we don't even like. Why? Because we don't know who we are. So Nike, Body Armor, all of the Puma, they have masterfully mastered the craft of manipulating black pain and weaponizing black trauma through the power of low self-esteem.